Philosophy. Philosophy is nothing other than the study of things that are invisible, and that happened only once. Part 2. The singularity of once. We live in a world obsessed with the general. We look for patterns, for trends, for behaviors that can be predicted, repeated, commodified. But once is not a pattern, is not the first of many, is not the prototype. Once is the wound in time that refuses to close, and philosophy is the stitching, not to heal it away, but to trace its sacred shape. Let us speak plainly. If something is visible and repeatable, it can be studied by science. And well it should be. Let them measure what can be measured. Let the chemists break down the compound. Let the engineers perfect the wheel. But who among them will dare study the look your father gave you, the one that happened only once, before he left forever? Who will formulate the theorem for that silence that passed between you and your friend before the friendship died? You cannot train machines to catch such things. You cannot build sensors that pick them up. These are philosophical events. They leave no evidence, but they alter reality. They change you. You are no longer who you were before they happened. That is how you know something invisible occurred. So the real philosopher, the one not bound by systems, salaries, or fame, becomes a steward of these once happenings. They are not archivists of history, but of the unrecordable. They remember the moment the light shifted in a room. They remember the exact timbre of a stranger's voice in a subway. They remember the time they almost wept but didn't, and it mattered. The philosopher remembers once, not because it is rare, but because it is real. And if once is real, then every repetition since may be counterfeit. This is a dangerous idea. For once you allow for the sanctity of the singular, of that which happened only once, you begin to lose faith in the value of the generic. The sacred enters. The function of the fragment. This is why the fragment is so unsettling. It makes no claim, only a reversal. It dares to suggest that philosophy is not the love of wisdom, the etymological cliché, but the study of what cannot be held. It positions philosophy as a practice of disappearing things, a witness to vanishing, a historian of ghosts. But it also offers a clue. The fragment says, things that are invisible, not things that do not exist. There is a difference. Invisibility is not non-being. It is being unseen, which means potentially seen by the right kind of eye. And so we come again to the design intelligence behind the zero-friction machine company. For what are these fragments but devices engineered to sharpen the invisible seeing eye? To tune the soul until it becomes sensitive to the spiritual quanta of lived experience? This is not mysticism. It is not hallucination. It is a counter-language formed in resistance to the domination of control-based systems, systems that trust only what is seen and reproducible. ZFMC knows once is enough. If you see it once, you know. If it happens once, it matters. This fragment reminds us, not all truth is a pattern. Some truths are interruptions. Some truths appear once, then flee. And yet, they leave us changed forever.